Have you ever thought about why we shake hands or why we celebrate birthdays with cake? What seems normal to us might seem bizarre to others. Today, we're exploring some of the world's most fascinating cultural practices that'll make you rethink what you consider normal. Before we dive in, remember that what might seem unusual to us is deeply meaningful to others. These customs reflect centuries of tradition, wisdom, and cultural evolution. Let's explore them with curiosity and respect. The baby throwing ritual of Karnataka. In a temple in Karnataka, India, there's a 700-year-old tradition where babies are dropped from a 50-foot temple tower onto a sheet held by waiting devotees below. Before you gasp, know that this ritual is believed to bring good luck and health to the children. No babies have ever been harmed, and the practice continues under careful supervision. Monkey Buffet Festival. Imagine hosting a feast for 2,000 monkeys. In Lopburi, Thailand, locals prepare an annual banquet for their local macaque population. We're talking about tons of fruits, vegetables, and specially prepared monkey-friendly dishes, all laid out on elaborate tables. It's their way of thanking the monkeys, who they believe bring tourism and good fortune to their province. The living bridges of Meghalaya. In the northeastern Indian state of Meghalaya, villagers don't just build bridges, they grow them. Using the roots of rubber trees, they guide the growth over 15 to 30 years to create natural bridges that can support over 50 people at once. Talk about sustainable architecture. These living bridges actually get stronger over time, unlike our modern concrete structures. Finger wrestling in Bavaria. Think arm wrestling is intense? In Bavaria, Germany, they take it up a notch with Fingerhakeln, competitive finger wrestling. Opponents sit across a table and hook their middle fingers through a leather strap, trying to pull each other across. It's a centuries-old tradition that requires both strength and technique. And yes, there are professional leagues. La Tomatina. Once a year, the small town of Buñol, Spain, turns into the world's biggest food fight. Over 20,000 people gather to throw more than 150,000 tomatoes at each other. What started as a spontaneous fight in 1945 has become a massive festival. But here's the catch. They use slightly rotten tomatoes to avoid injuries. Talk about organized chaos. The bullet ant glove ritual. In Brazil, the Satere Mawe tribe has a unique coming-of-age ritual. Young men must wear gloves filled with bullet ants, whose sting is rated as the most painful insect bite in the world. They must wear these gloves for 10 minutes, 20 times over several months. It's their way of proving courage and readiness for adulthood. The dancing houses of Romania. In Romania during the 1980s, instead of demolishing historic churches and other buildings that were in the way of urban development, engineers devised a way to move them. On rails. Entire buildings were placed on tracks and walked to new locations. One apartment building was even moved with its residents still inside, going about their daily lives. The tooth mouse. While many Western children expect the tooth fairy, Spanish-speaking countries have El Raton Pérez or El Ratoncito, a mouse who collects children's teeth and leaves money or small gifts. In France, they have La Petite Souris. Turns out mice are pretty busy in the dental department around the world. What these customs show us is that human creativity knows no bounds. What might seem bizarre at first glance often has fascinating historical, spiritual, or practical roots. The next time you encounter a strange custom, remember that somewhere in the world, someone probably thinks your normal daily habits are just as unusual. What's the most interesting custom you've encountered in your travels? Or what unique tradition does your family practice? Share in the comments below. Don't forget to like and subscribe for more fascinating glimpses into our wonderfully diverse world. Hit that notification bell to join us on our next cultural adventure. And remember, in a world full of different customs and traditions, your family practice. Share in the comments below.